The Dream That Opened the Portal and Forever Changed My Experience of the Healing Relationship by Vanessa Hannah Bright. There was a time when no ceremony began until the shaman dreamed. The dream signaled readiness, not just of the person or of the healer, but of the soul field itself. Imagine this. You find yourself struggling with something, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, and you seek healing and guidance. Someone recommends a healer and you approach her. But rather than getting booked into her next available appointment slot, she tells you that you must wait until she receives a dream before you can begin. And you wait, not because you have no other options, but because you know deeply that this is the most aligned way towards receiving the help you truly need. You know that the help comes from a field much greater than you and the healer. Now we live in a culture where once a payment is made, the appointment is booked in the blink of an eye. We're conditioned to expect instant results, to get our money's worth now, rarely pausing to consider that this urgency is actually a cultural imprint, not an absolute truth. It seems that at this point in time, everything is geared towards faster, faster, faster. We haven't realized that this results-driven culture has normalized diving in before the field is fully fertile. In fact, most don't even know that such a ripening is possible, let alone truly needed. And because I now work within the frameworks our culture defines, Zoom calls, calendared links, Stripe payments, I too had forgotten about this kind of deep ripening. I certainly didn't imagine I'd be gifted a shamanic dream, a soul-level signal that someone was ready to enter the work with me. Until last night. A threshold dream. In my waking life, I'm about to begin working with a sacred sister inside the Sacred Dream Alchemy portal. My 3-month shadow healing container. I will call her Rose to preserve confidentiality. As it happened, she signed up several weeks before she was ready to begin, creating a rare and potent window between the moment of commitment and the moment of initiation. Then, one night during this window, the dream came. It began with death, as initiatory dreams often do, one that, without exaggeration, changed me forever. This dream didn't just give me insight into the soul of the woman I'll be working with. It reminded me of something I know in my bones, that real healing begins before the first session, that the dream world, ancient, intelligent, precise, begins working before our calendars do, and that when the soul is ripe, the dream will come. In traditional healing lineages, dreams were not simply nice to have if you've got 'em. They held central importance. When someone sought healing from a shaman or medicine person, they would both wait for a dream for guidance as to how to proceed. The healer would intentionally call for a dream to reveal whether the soul of the seeker was meant to work with them. The dream would also offer guidance on the nature of the healing required, as well as reveal any tools and spirit allies who would accompany them into the work. While this might take days or weeks or maybe even months, receiving such a dream meant that healing would be successful. And isn't a confirmation like that worth waiting for? Imagine your doctor waited for such guidance before pulling out that over-eager prescription pad. When the soul is ready for healing. My dream begins with my learning of Rose's unexpected and sudden death. Immediately within the dream, I contact her spirit, and take a walk with her to talk about how and why she died. Most people who dream of a death like this tend to wake up with genuine fear. Is this a dream signaling their imminent passing? The possibility unsettles us so deeply that we'd rather not look at it at all. However, as a dream guide, I know that everyone in a dream is a mirror of the dreamer. So rather than being prophetic, this dream tells me that some part of me has died, in addition to being a communication from Rose's spirit. This alone would have been an initiatory dream that signaled of both our readiness to begin working together. But it went far, far deeper. Rose dying in my dream was actually a signal that some part of me and some part of her has died, so that she and I can birth something new together. All of this reveals that both of our souls are now ready to engage in a healing container that will go far beyond mental health or self-realization techniques. In fact, it signals that we will be working at the level of the soul. Seen from this lens, the rest of the dream proceeds with detailed information about what our work will focus on and the kind of healing that will unfold in our upcoming process. These details are, of course, still encoded with archetypal language, which we all know instinctively but have forgotten because of our cultural conditioning. Let me share just a few from the dream. A bowl of fruit with fully ripe pears that, quote, taste like pudding, unquote. This image is a profound neon sign level marker that Rose and I will be working on the sacred feminine and ancestral healing along the maternal lineage. A descent down the stairs followed by a reascent, indicating that in the work we will both undergo multiple shifts in consciousness, moving into the depths to connect with a deeper layer of healing before reascending with the medicine. A white dog at my feet. In shamanic language, this is known as a power animal. An animal showing up in any dream is a blessing and an invitation, but here its presence reveals a specific message. That white dog will accompany us into and through the healing portal, and will keep us grounded throughout. What the dream revealed wasn't just metaphor, it was instruction. My task now is not to question, but to listen, and to serve what is unfolding. The work has already begun. The gifts of this dream go even further, beyond signaling both our readiness and beyond even showing me the direction of our work. It also reveals that the work has in fact already begun. The initiatory death has occurred. I have called out to Rose's spirit and she has responded. The guidance from the field has arrived and has the power animal that's ready to guard and guide our journey together. The dream has irrevocably changed how I relate to the healing container itself. It showed me that the healing relationship is far more expansive than I ever imagined, and that the spiritual dimension is a constant and caring witness if we allow ourselves the space to see it and be guided by it. I've read about the shamanic term of being a hollow bone, where one receives guidance from beyond their training or the mind and serves as a conduit rather than the director of the healing process. Receiving this dream instilled this teaching to me in real time. For any healing to be truly transformative, both the healer and the seeker must be willing to change. Rose and I have yet to have our first session, yet I am already in motion. This is how I know the work has already begun. And beyond this, the dream is a reminder of what it means to say that this kind of work is sacred. Sacred things cannot be forced. They open, They unfold. They invite. When was the last time you honored your soul's need for this kind of spaciousness?